All right, guys, Cowboy32 here. Check it out. So we're driving down the road, pretty much the same location I was at last week when I did my little rant. This time I'm going to put the camera down, so I hope that you don't get a whole lot of background noise in there. So today's topic is carry with responsibility. And what do I mean by that? Well, we live in an awesome country. I think it's awesome. And we have this beautiful thing called a Second Amendment, something that Canada does not have. And the Second Amendment gives us the ability to carry a firearm, either open carry, constitutional carry, CCW, whatever. You have that ability. And what does that give us the ability to do? There's two things. And one is it gives us the ability to protect ourselves and our loved ones from harm. I.e., people doing us harm, people doing us wrong. And you know, because I don't carry a police officer in my back pocket, I carry a firearm pretty much everywhere I go. My vehicle, if you know me, it's probably got more than one or two in here. 3 or 4, maybe 5, who knows. But anyway, with that ability to carry a firearm, you have a huge responsibility to the people around you. Okay? This is kind of in response to that thing that happened where that young man was running. And I'm not going to try to make a judgment call on that. I've watched the video 10 times, and I've slowed it down, and I've tried to figure out exactly what happened. I don't know what happened. Supposedly the guy that had the confrontation with this young man who was running worked for the prosecution's office as a special investigator. Was he an LEO? I don't know, and you know what? I'm not going to conjecture on that part. You know, all I know is that the guy was kind of jogging down the street. The truck was stopped in the middle of the road. He took a turn, went around. Next thing you know, shots were fired. Okay, back to my story here, because with carrying a firearm comes a huge responsibility. Owning a firearm, there's a huge responsibility to those individuals who are around you. And we've talked about this many times, about securing the firearms. Many people, they don't secure their firearms, that's fine. But there's a consequence to everything that happens in this world. And the second thing is, you have the responsibility to make that judgment call of whether or not you are going to engage or not engage. Now, if you use deadly force, someone you know or someone is in front of you had better be in a position where they're getting ready to die from the hands of somebody else, i.e. by a gun, knife, hell, a baseball bat. You can run away from a baseball bat. We don't have the duty to retreat in North Carolina, and we have the Castle Doctrine, but I sure as shit am not going to ruin my life and my family's life by unnecessarily engaging someone and shooting and killing that person. Does that make sense? So if you're in a position where your life is not immediately in danger or threatened, you owe it to yourself and your family and all your possessions that responsibility to think twice before you start engaging someone. Now, of course, if they point a gun at you or they're pointing a gun at somebody, you don't have the duty to protect that individual. But because that individual has a firearm and they're trying to cause permanent harm and basically trying to kill somebody, that's your call to make. But what I'm saying is, if you see somebody running down the street and you think that they may have been a burglar in somebody's house, you're not in a position, unless you carry a badge, to stop that person and detain them and then use deadly force to detain them. To me, that's idiotic and crazy. Hold on one second. Thought that was an AMG. But anyway, there it is. The Second Amendment gives us the ability to protect ourselves from a tyrannical government like that which the people of Canada are running into right now, as well as our ability to to overthrow a tyrannical government, which people are understanding. I saw a really cool thing today. Like, some people think that the National Guard is our militia. Well, when it's owned and run by the government, no, it's not. That's not what the Second Amendment was all about. So anyway, guys, leave your comments down below. I thought this was be a real quick, good, interesting subject to talk about the responsibility of owning a firearm and the responsibility to know when and when not to engage. And what's on the line if you do. Scuttle Boy 32, always in it like this. God bless America. God bless those men, women in uniform 24/7 for our freedom. And I'm talking about the cool guys and women in uniform who are there to protect our Constitution that was written by our founding fathers, not follow the orders of some jackass in a tie. 24/7. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already done so. I'm out of here. Y'all be good. That was my motto, though.